Right, let's move on to O Holy Night. I would like to just spend a little bit of time rehearsing this piece today, and then in the next rehearsal we'll try to record it. We have spent some time sort of note bashing, going through parts in this. So today I just want to talk through how we are performing it, and then I'll sing through each part with the accompaniment so that you can practice. So first of all, it's not too fast, okay? And to remind you, the first half of the first and second verses are going to be sung by soloists. So the choir only sings the first part of the third verse, and that's done in unison. So that's that. Then the point where everybody comes in together is on the second page, and it is where we sing "Fall on Your Knees" in the first verse, "He knows our need" in the second verse, and "Christ is the Lord" in the third verse. But obviously in the third verse you will have been singing already in that verse, but at that point you go into parts, and it's into 4 parts. So it's very much as we get to that point where, you know, there's obviously going to be a sort of a swelling of sound clearly in the first and second verses as everyone comes in, but we want to kind of be careful with our dynamics, okay? So we don't want to just kind of punch it out every time. So think about what you're singing. So the first time it's "Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices, O night divine, O night when Christ was born, O night, O holy night, O night divine." So those are your words. So it's kind of quite reverent, isn't it? Fall on your knees. So we don't want to be kind of blasting it out, okay? It has to be quite sensitive and beautiful. Okay, so that's that time. "He knows our need, to our weakness is no stranger. Behold your king, before him lowly bend." At that point you can kind of have an increase in dynamics, a bit of a crescendo there. "Behold your king," and then fading away, before him lowly bend. Okay, so that's that second time. And then "Christ is the Lord, oh praise his name forever." That's going to be loud, isn't it? You know, you're praising, so that's going to be, you know, nice and bold and brassy for your final verse. "His power and glory evermore proclaim." Again, loud. And then of course you've got your sopranos going up into that descant at the end for the last, "His power and glory evermore proclaim," and we have a slight ritardando at the end there. Okay, so I'm going to start by going through the bass part. So we'll come in with the fall on your knees. Okay, so here we go. Right, this is the top of the second page. So get ready for "Fall on Your Knees." Remember, reverent. And "Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices, oh night divine, oh night when Christ was born, oh night divine, holy night, oh night divine. And then we're back into the second verse. So I'll just skip ahead. Right, we're on the top of the second page again now. Second verse. So get ready for He Knows Our Need. And He knows our need. To our weakness is no stranger. Behold your King. Before him lowly band. Behold your King. Before him lowly band. Right, now we go into singing the third verse. Truly he taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raising, let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Oh, praise his name forever. His power and glory evermore proclaim. His power and glory evermore proclaim. Right, well done. Let's move on now to the tenor part. So as I was explaining to the bass part, you are coming in with fall on your knees in the first verse, and you are going to do that quite reverentially, okay? So not too much, and you're going to pick up your note. If you hear what the tune on for glorious, that's your note, but an octave down. So you've just heard the tune going, for yonder breaks a new and that's your note, but an octave down, fall on your knees, okay, glorious one, fall on your knees, okay, that's how you're gonna get that note, okay. Right, let's have a go, tenors. So you're singing the harmony every time in the last part of the verse, but you're singing the tune on Truly He Taught Us in the third verse. So let's have a go. I'll bring you in when you're ready to sing your first verse. I'll bring you in when you're ready to sing your first verse part. Right, get ready. This is the top of the second page. So if you want to sing along in your head, da dee da da, that's your note. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night Christ was born. Oh, night, holy night, oh, night divine. And then we go into the second verse. So I'll skip to where you come in. Okay, get ready. Da da dee da da. He knows our need. He knows our need. Our weakness is no stranger. Behold your King. Before him lowly band. Behold your King. Before him lowly band. Truly told us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raising, let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Oh, praise his name forever. His power and glory evermore proclaim. His power and glory evermore proclaim. Right then, so well done tenors. We're going to move on to the altos next. So altos, as before, you are going to come in on fall on your knees, and I'll give you the first few bars before that ready to come in. So reverently, the first verse, a little bit bolder, growing onto Behold Your King in the second verse, and nice and bold and joyful and praising in the third verse. Okay, so, and don't forget, of course, you're singing the third verse as well, so be ready for that. Right, let's get you to your part. Right, listen. This is the top of the second page. There's your note. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night, holy night, oh, night divine. And then we're into the second verse. Okay, get ready. There's a note. He chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raising, let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Oh, praise his name forever. His power and glory evermore proclaim. His power and glory evermore proclaim. Right, well done. Altos. Well done, altos. So that's you sorted. Just one thing before I move on to the soprano part. Altos, just a reminder that it's chains shall he break, not claims as is written there. And just if you're wanting to pitch your note, it's the E on just before the last note before you come in. So for example, when you're singing the last verse, when you're singing praise his holy name, Lee, it's that one there, Christ. Okay, so every time it's on glorious. So if you just kind of tune into that when you hear the other parts singing the ba and glorious be our holy, that's your note. Okay, so just tune in on that E there. Right, okay, I'm going to move on to the sopranos now. Okay, soprano. So basically, same as with the other parts, you're going to just come in with a sort of a reverent sort of tone, mood in the first, fall on your knees, a little bit bolder in the second verse, and growing on behold your king, and then dying away before him lowly bend, and then in the last verse, nice and bold and praising. You know, it's like you're in awe, and it's you know, it's the most amazing thing that you're singing about. So it's proclaiming this fantastic thing that's happened. Okay, so also sopranos, in the last verse, some of you will be singing the descant. So when I get to the last verse, I will sing the descant, but some of you will sing the tune. Okay, but you'll know the tune because you've sung it already, so I'm not going to do two separate things for that. There's no point in that. Okay, so we're going to go through this. I'm going to bring you, remember we've got two soloists to start the first and second verse. So I'm going to come in when you are ready to sing the fall on your knees, okay? Right, we're at the top of the second page here. First verse. For yonder breaks. There's your note, and fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices, for night divine, oh night when Christ was born, oh night, oh holy night, oh night divine. Okay, and then we wait for the second verse to bring us to the same point, so I'm just going to skip to that. Right, here we are. All our trials. There's your note. He knows our is raising, let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Oh, praise his name forever. His power and glory evermore proclaim. His power and glory evermore proclaim. Right, there you go. That'll dust out the cobwebs, that desk hand. So I'm going to leave that there. That's for you guys to go back to as you need to sing through that. It's probably a little bit slower than you were expecting, but I think it's important just to keep it nice and steady for the sake of rehearsal purposes. Okay, good. We'll leave it there. And now I would like you to get ready to record the Angels Carol.